Hey, hi everyone. It's great to see you. Thank you for a wonderful week last week. It was so nice to be able to have a look at your things that you presented that inspire you. It was really uplifting. If you haven't had a chance to have a look at them, just jump into the week 8 section and have a read, and you're more than welcome to post things that make you get those spine tingling moments and just kick you along a bit when you need it. So this week is relatively light. We spent some time looking at the assessment, and I encourage you to get through the materials this week and prepare to spend some more time in week 10 particularly, because that's quite a lengthy topic. We start looking at things like assessment processes. So yeah, it's on top of the screen. Let's see if we can shift that. Try again. That's a bit better. I'll post this PowerPoint so that you can have a read through if you're missing little bits. By the end of the week, you should be able to, and here's our learning objectives: define new media literacy, identify the rationale and the benefits for teaching multiliteracies, analyse associated literacy demands and considerations when teaching multiliteracies and tongue-tied multimodal text in the classroom, analyse communication methods, and critically reflect on personal skills related to 21st century literacies. And that also then links to assessment 2. So we'll spend a bit of time talking about that as we come up through the next few activities and sessions. And to the next slide. Okay, so this week's a precursor to thinking about our week 9 for planning. And there's a resource by Anne-Marie O'Brien, which is really good to have a look at. And no, she's no relation. Apparently she works over at the ACMI Centre, so she's accessible. So I guess the idea of creating multimodal texts is considering things like paper-based books, posters, comics. Then there's also the digital side of things with slide presentations, blogs, web pages, social media, animation, films and video games, and using those within your teaching context. I actually received a grant a few years ago through the department to use video games within our literacy program, and what we did was use video games as a genre, and the students got a chance to play the game. So we got some old PS2s, and then start to break up what it was that the game was trying to achieve, what the story of the narrative line was, what the characters were. It was actually a really good way to engage them to write stories. So yeah, quite good outcomes with that. It can be live, and then the word transmedia, involving a combination of different platforms. So yeah, it's quite a bit involved. So we'll be exploring these as we go. So undertaking the activity will help you put the pieces together. I've added some more guiding questions for deeper thinking, so please refer to them and we can get the conversation going. Please have a look at the supplementary information, because it will be useful for you with supporting your critical reflections for assessment 2 and the lesson planning rationale. And in the critical reflections, should you need to demonstrate and provide a rationale for pedagogy, multiliteracies and ICT, the resources in this week can support this rationale. So just take the time to have a look at those and start making some notes and referring back to the assessment 2. I can't believe it's coming up. It's amazing. So once again, in preparation for assessment 2, and congratulations to getting assessment 1 finished. So I feel like there isn't really much breathing space in between. But maybe you could just spend some time having a look at the overview. It's worth 60% and due in week 12. So spend this week looking at it and focus on your choice of learning area, gathering resources that are relevant on Scootle and other locations. And then next week's activity is designed for you to finalise your decision and begin planning. So have a look now. I will address the questions that are in the Q&A section already this week, and we will organise a time to do our Collaborate session pretty soon, so then we can get that going. So, but I want you just to take a bit of a break, celebrate the fact that you've got assessment 1 finished. Just get some breathing space. Just have a ponder over the assessment itself, and then we can start on the question and answer and really get that right. So have a wonderful week, and I will catch up with you on the discussion board. Thanks everyone.